Hello, I'm Jo from the Concord Public Library, and today I'm going to show you how to make a book angel. Supplies you'll need for the book angel is an old paperback book, a can of spray paint, a wooden ball for the head, 2 wooden balls for the hands, a piece of pipe cleaner for the halo, a couple of paper clips to mark the pages in the book, and a hot glue gun. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your book and you're going to want to loosen or break the spine. We don't want to break it so the pages fall out, but we want to have it nice and flexible so that the angel, when it's done, will have a nice curve to it. Okay? So just take a few minutes, separate pages, loosen up the spine. Now, I already started working on this one so that you wouldn't have to watch me do this for 5 minutes. So I think that my book is pretty well loosened. The next thing you want to do is you want to find out how many pages total you have in the book. I have 336 pages in my book. Now you need to do a little math, and I wrote my math down so I wouldn't mess it up. You want to divide your book in half. So half of my 336 is 168. So I'm going to open up my book to 168, and then I'm going to take half of 168, which is 84, and I'm now going to use one of those paper clips, and I'm going to put a paper clip right here on page 84. Then I'm going to go to the end of the book, and I'm going to subtract 84 from the 336, and I'm going to have 252, and I'm going to put another paper clip on page 252. So if you can see, I have a book with 2 paper clips in it. The first fold we are going to do is going to be for the angel's wings, and we're going to use 11 pages for each wing. So we're going to start at the front of the book where we've put a paper clip, and we're going to fold the next 11 pages. We're going to fold them from the bottom up, and the first fold you're going to put right into the center of the book, and then you're going to fold it a second time into the center of the book. So this is going to be the first fold for your wing. Page number 2 for the wing. We are going to fold it again all the way into the center with the first fold. Your second fold, you're not going to go as far into the center. Stay out about 1/4 of an inch. This is going to give you the spacing on the pages which will form one of the angel's wings. We're going to continue folding for the next 9 pages to make the wing. So we're going to fold, and again we're going to go out about another 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so this is what your first finished wing is going to look like. We have 11 pages, and it's really pretty. It looks like a nice wing. You're now going to do the exact same thing, starting at your back paper clip, going in with 11 pages. We're going to fold up from the bottom, and then fold up again, going all the way into the crease. Second page, fold up from the bottom, leave it out about 1/4 of an inch from the center of the book. All right, so now we have 2 wings on this lovely angel. You see, beautiful wings. Now, the rest of the folds are all going to be the same, starting at either the back of the book or the front of the book. When you're folding from the back of the book, you're going to be folding down and in towards the center. If you start at the front, you are going to be folding down and in towards the center. So the first fold in the back is going to be down, and all of them, after your first fold, your second fold, every one of them, you're going to fold right down to the point. So I'll do another one. Fold first one down into the center, and then fold it a second time, right down to the point. This is what your folds will look like for the entire rest of the book. I'm not going to bore you and make you watch me fold 300 and something pages here. So after you've folded all of those, this is what you should end up with. You have a folded book with two beautiful wings. Now is where you're going to accessorize your angel. I used spray paint. You can spray the wings in silver, gold. I have diamond dust here. If you want to add a little bit of spray to the dress in a color, you can do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run outside, because you don't want to do this inside, and I'm going to spray the wings, and I'll be right back. So I just went outside and sprayed the wings of my angel. I decided to make my wings gold, and I sprayed a light diamond dust over the whole angel. The next thing we're going to do is, if you want, we're going to put a face onto the angel. So I drew the eyes and the mouth in pencil, just so that I knew that her eyes were centered and her mouth was centered, and it wasn't weird, because the minute you draw on with this marker here, you've got some permanent eyes and mouth. So I'm going to take a black paint pen, and I'm going to do two eyes in black and a mouth in red. So I've put a face on her. Now I'm going to take half of a silver pipe cleaner, and I'm going to fold it to make a halo for this angel. So we're just going to kind of form it into a partial circle, and then just like you would a twist tie for a bag of bread, and then we have a halo, and then these are our hands, and just a piece of white paper for a book. If you want to get fancy and write something on the book, I wrote Christmas 2022, and I signed it because I am going to give this as a gift to somebody. Okay, so my hot glue gun is fired up and hot. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the two back cover pages together. Just run some hot glue right on those two back covers. Squeeze them together. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some hot glue on the top of the angel, and this is where we are going to put her head. And we want to make sure that we have the head nice and straight, eyes forward, and just hold it there for a few seconds until it dries. So we have her head on. Then we're going to put some hot glue on this end of the pipe cleaner, and this is going to get glued onto the back of her head. So there's her halo. And again, we want to hold that just for a few seconds until that's nice and sturdy. She's looking pretty good. Once she's all dry, you can adjust the halo if you didn't get it on quite right. Now we have her hands, and we want to put hot glue on the hands. We're going to stick them on the front of the angel, so that way we can fold that little white piece of cardstock and make it like a book. Put some hot glue on hand number one, put right about there. And hot glue on hand number 2. Right about there. I'm just going to hold them just till they dry. Just because I sprayed it with glitter, they might take a little bit longer to dry. So now I have the book that I made that I've folded in half. It's just a piece of white cardstock. You can just use a plain piece of white cardstock if you want, just small, and fold it in half. I use something a little bit bigger. You're going to put a little dab of hot glue on the top of each of her hands. And then you're going to take that folded book and rest it right onto the hot glue. And then once that dries, you have your finished angel right here.